Okay, so I got a request. Well, to read my fanfic that I wrote. Oh God, how old was I? Like 12? I must have been, no, 13 maybe? Anyway, it's called 10 Months Later, and this is the cover art in my binder. I didn't even put it into fucking Word. This is like, oh God, the, like, notepad document? And I printed it out from there? I don't know. Okay, you get facial, too. Um, 10 months later. He was a great friend, Kairi said. Kairi looked into Riku's parents' eyes. They were crying. It must really be hard for them, she thought. Would you like to put your present in his room? His mother asked. Kairi nodded and headed up towards Riku's room. Everything was the same. His parents hadn't changed it yet. Kairi looked around. Tons of memories flooded in and around her. Sand from the beach, an anchor for their boat, and the geode she had gotten him for his birthday. And now, to add to his collection of gifts for this birthday, a tiny star made out of shells, almost identical to Sora's. She missed them both. She picked up the geode from the shelf. When she had first gotten it, it reminded her of Riku so much. Now, she didn't know what to think. She slipped the stone into her pocket and laid her gift on Riku's pillow. As she walked out, she said a short goodbye to Riku's parents and headed home. She sidestepped some candles the townspeople had placed by Riku's gate. There was one for every year that he had lived, and one for this year. There were some flowers and pictures, too. Some of them even had Riku smiling in them. She picked one up that had her, him, and Sora in it, all making funny faces. For a minute, she forgot everything and remembered that day, but as quickly as she got sucked into that memory, she was sucked back out, snapping into the violent reality that they were both gone. Tears slid down her cheek. She didn't want to be here right now. It was too much at once. She started to run home, wiping the tears from her eyes, when she saw something out of the corner of her eye. It was something white and clear and fast. A plastic bag? Some paper? A heartless? She quickened her pace and sprinted home. As soon as she got home, she locked the door, even using the huge, thick one that was only for emergencies. Kairi? Her grandmother called. Is that you, dear? What's wrong? Something. Well, it may be nothing. Well, just don't open the door for anybody weird, okay? Her grandmother, clearly confused, had no other choice but to go along with Kairi. Okay, dear. Kairi sprinted up the stairs to her room. She slammed her door and then locked it, leaning on it for support. Sprinting 3 blocks was tiring on anyone. Suddenly, she saw something she never expected to see. A silvery pale version of Riku's head was hanging outside her door. What? She gasped and almost fainted out of shock. But she steadied herself and opened the window. Riku, she gasped. What happened? Kairi reached out to hug him, but her arms went right through him. Her arms felt numb, and it was as if icicles were piercing her muscles. She quickly withdrew her hands and stared into him with wide eyes. Riku, what's happened to you? Well, he kind of shrugged. Listen, can we sit down? I'm really tired. Tired? You're alive? Kairi's face lit up. You're still alive! Sure, sit down on my bed. Riku, how can he sit down if he's a ghost? What did he get tired? Oh, sure, sit down on my bed. Riku sat down and rubbed his face. So what happened when that huge door closed? Sigh. Alright, I'll tell you what happened. It's a long story, though. So where should I begin? Right. After the door closed, when the door closed on me and King Mickey, the mouse I was with... The mouse I was with, well, we were abandoned in this type of parallel world. Well, Mickey said that there was evil in this world too, a different kind of evil, different than the heartless, the soulless, he called them. Anyway, through underground information. Underground information, Mickey discovered that this group may be controlling the soulless. I was not. Nobody's. And nobody's was pretty dang close. Controlling the soulless. The group was called the Unknowns, which is what we thought they were called on the Kingdom Hearts forums. Oh man, okay. Mickey told me to stay away while he gained inside information. What? But I wanted to help so badly, so I asked to join their group as well. When I got there, they saw my body was weak, so they overpowered me. I was helpless. They used some sort of magic to separate my soul from my body. Okay. My soul wandered around aimlessly. I have no idea who I was or where I was. I had no memories too, until I saw my body. It was being toted around like a puppet by the unknowns. Then all my memories came flooding back to me. Who I was, my past, my friends, you. He paused. I don't even know how long I was like that. Days, weeks, months. Your hair is longer. He reached out to touch it, but quickly reconsidered and started to rub his arm. Well, Kyrie said, it's your birthday today. That long, huh? Well, I got the best present ever. But see, my girl Kyrie, she says, please, not now. Kyrie whispered. Riku, embarrassed, cleared his throat and continued. Well, when I came to my senses, I realized that I could fly in this form. That explains how he was waiting outside my window, Kyrie thought. I thought his head was in her door. I don't have to sleep or eat either, so with so much time on my hands, I decided to look for the keyhole of the city. Well, I found it, and it led me back to Kingdom Hearts. From there, I wandered around until I found the island door. You see, our keyhole had never been sealed. I came through that door in the secret place. I missed you a lot, you know? Riku fumbled with his hands. That's when Kyrie realized he had seen the carving of her and Sora. That's why he's being so affectionate. He and Sora had always been competitive, so why wouldn't he be over her? So, do you really feel that way? He asked. If you do, I completely understand. Kyrie looked into his eyes and saw that he didn't! Oh my god, this was my ship before everything.